Hey there, it's a beautiful evening here in Houston, Texas. Not going to be saying that too much longer, is getting, the next couple of months. I wanted to talk today about some things I've seen out there that I don't want you to buy into being shamed by. It's, in my opinion, kind of not so great marketing, and I want to open your eyes to it if you haven't run across it yet. So the first one, if you are starting a business or considering an online venture, or even considering creating part of your in-person expertise, creating a digital product around that, and you might hear from some quarters that if you're not making money at that yet, you don't have a real business. Well, that's not true. If you're coming out of the employee world, it's going to weigh heavily on you that you have to invest in your activities before you actually see revenue. I can't think of any business that just pops out of your brain and into the world with cash coming out of it right away. So it's a shift in your mindset that you're going to need to make and be aware of it. And if you're not aware of it, it can be something that if somebody says, "Oh, you're not making any money," or then you don't have a business, you might be going, "Oh yeah, that's kind of true, because that is the definition of a business." Actually, it's not. It doesn't define you as an entrepreneur either. I mean, eventually, yes, the activity needs to be sustaining and make profit. Yes, that is true eventually. But you get to decide when that point is. You get to create your plan, and you're not always going to know what to do in between A and B. And you don't necessarily need some business consultant who's telling you, or you're seeing in an email, how you don't have a business if you're not making money. Not that helpful. So try not to buy into that. The second thing is there's a lot of shaming out there about being a wannapreneur. Are you a wannapreneur and not a real entrepreneur? It's like, who gets to who comes up with this stuff, first of all, and who gets to define that, right? So basically, everyone who's starting a business is a wannapreneur until they reach that first month where they break even and they pay their bills and they pay themselves, and that's a real milestone. But up until that point, we're all kind of wannapreneurs. So awesome, wannapreneurs of the world unite, and don't be shamed by somebody throwing that out there and putting their label on you as to where they think you should be in your business. That's up to you. And and here's the last one that's really fun. It's just a hobby, it's not a business. Well, as if that's a bad thing. So two things to that. Number one, if you have the good fortune to be able to create a side activity that doesn't have to cash flow right away, or does a lot of good in the world, and you can sustain that for as long as it makes you happy and does good in the world, there's nobody else, to say that's not a bad idea. I mean, that's a bad thing. So again, don't feel shamed by that. It can be a learning exercise to go through to try to create a business out of a hobby, but nothing wrong with a hobby business. And actually, it's ironic because super wealthy people often have a hobby business on the side. Maybe they buy a ranch and, quote, raise cattle to get the tax deduction. So don't buy into, anyway, any kind of truisms, well, not true, but statements, like blanket statements about the status of your business and how that defines you and the business. I encourage you to not buy into that, and also just to think twice before you engage with people who use that kind of marketing. Okay, hope you have a lovely evening. Here's some gorgeous plants. Yeah. And I hope you're doing really well, as can be expected with this quarantine time, and just taking some time to chill, get some extra sleep, because once this is over, things are probably going to get pretty busy again. Okay, thanks. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye.